Kawhi was traded to the Raptors, and this is what happened. I went back and read the comments from when Kawhi was traded from the Spurs to the Raptors. So first we have deleted account says, Kawhi wants LA, gets Canada. Dr. Mr. Cat says at least he gets to go to CA. Haha, very funny. And do you, boo-boo? Says, shut up, Dad. Hey, don't talk to your father that way. Tubby Foo, nice name, says he will live in Ontario, CA. Kuya Johnny says, okay. This is hilarious. Kawhi wants to go to LA, and the Spurs sent him as far away from LA as possible. Real Good Bub says, 2 teams in LA, 4 in California, 15 in the West, 29 in the United States. Kawhi, we have granted your trade request. And Kuya Johnny responded, they literally shipped him out of the country. Godzeller says, wow, after he wants to be the best Raptor ever. They're talking about DeMar DeRozan because we know he did not want to leave the Raptors. He wanted to, just be the best Raptor ever, as that guy said. So it was really heartbreaking to see DeMar get traded. G Raya 23X says, Kawhi's uncle, he does not want to set foot in a Spurs locker room again. Kawhi's uncle, he will only play in LA. Kawhi's uncle, he will not sign a Supermax. Spurs, we gonna send you to another country, fam. Which is also kind of disrespectful to the Raptors. Like, we're acting like, okay, I've never been to Toronto, so let me just put that out there. But plenty of people have said Toronto is a very beautiful city. So, we're acting like he was going to a bad city. Ray Whelan says, oh, you want the beach and LA lifestyle? House, snow, and literally out of the country sound. Mr. Hibachi, nice name, says, hey man, Toronto is great in the non-winter months. We got beaches too. My anime account says, thank you for everything, DeMar, sad face. Vermillion Crab, top 1% commenter, good for you, said, I was about to overreact to the news, but then I realized DeRozan won't be a Raptor this season, and I just got sad. He was the major reason I always rooted for the Raptors in the East. Nobody rules, another top 1% commenter, good for you, says the Spurs still got DeMar out of this. The Beast 14 replies, the Spurs are crafty. Nobody rules replies, they're incredible. That's why they have the success they have. It's not just Pop, their entire franchise. Getting DeMar out of this and all that stuff. And while obviously when DeMar went there, they didn't end up winning a championship or having, the playoff success that they would like, it is true that the Spurs are top tier at trading for players, scouting players, drafting players. Every time they pick somebody, it's a winner. John the Catman 11 says, imagine trading your most loyal player, the face of the franchise, for a guy who refused to play for Greg Popovich. Unbelievable. Deleted account said, man, the DeRozan tweet saying, don't worry, I got us, is so painful to reread right now. Aw. Dipro Todong says, DeMar will kill it for the Spurs and look sexy in silver, and black. PSU Dolphins, Raptors. I don't even know what he meant by this, to be honest. So I don't know if this is a bad thing, but it just made me laugh. I don't know why, because it's just random and funny. As you guys know, I just like random, silly, funny things. So if this was disrespectful or mean, I apologize, but I don't know what this means. I just thought it was funny. Robobo Bertu, whatever, Bowie, says top 1% commenter, good for you. Says if Kawhi decides to play next season at least 60% effort, they have a somewhat decent chance to advance to the finals. Well, guess what? They won the finals. The Jolly Reaper said Boston will still crush them. Unfortunately for you, the Jolly Reaper, that did not happen. Ronaldo 119 says, it feels like the Raptors is blowing this up. Feels like they came into the summer dead set on changing it up. With Braun leaving, I would have kept it another year. Sure, Kawhi could re-sign, but you're giving up your franchise, maybe the face of the entire history of the franchise, on a risk like this. And Guy Inno KC said, nah, they're swinging for the fences. Kawhi gives them the best chance to make the finals. And guess what? They did, and they won the finals. Deleted account said, this is like when you turn off trade rules on sports games and fleece the other teams to get the stars you want. Kawhi gone in a year. Well, that was accurate. He did leave after 1 year, but he's that one dude, good name, said he's going to be a Clipper. And you know what? He was correct as well. Flip1019 says, wake me up. Ian Brocalis. Whoa, that's a name. Whatever your name is, starts singing Evanescence, Wake Me Up Inside, and Obi-Wan Benobi, that's a good name, said, I can't wake up. Alex613 says, wow, it seems to me they just don't want DeRozan in his contract anymore. DeMar is more valuable than Kawhi right now since he's locked up for many years, and to think the Spurs could possibly get more than just DeMar. Deleted account replies, DeMar's about to turn into Kobe with Popovich. And RG_kid says, and there's no guarantee Kawhi will extend next season. I am heartbroken for DeMar though. Well, Kawhi did not extend, so the last guy, I forgot his name already, so sorry. He did not extend, so he was correct on that. A lot of people in this thread really felt bad for DeMar because, again, we knew DeMar did not want to leave Toronto. He was so happy there. And, of course, everybody was sad when they broke up, the Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan combo because they were best buddies. And it was just the whole thing. Like, they ended up winning the championship, so I'm sure Raptors fans were, happy about that. But everybody loved, well, from what I remember, everybody loved DeMar. Like, I never heard anybody say anything bad about DeMar DeRozan. Sure, people criticize, them not being able to beat LeBron in the playoffs. But in terms of, being a face of the franchise and a role model and a leader and stuff like that, nobody had anything bad to say about DeRozan. So it was, sad to see him go. Stephen Tiny says, once upon a time I was falling in love, but now I'm only falling apart. Nobody Rules is back. Top 1% commenter. To be honest, you should be happy you got DeMar out of it, and when you looked like you wouldn't get a very good trade for your side. Deleted account on the bottom says, at least we all could be happy, I'm sure a lot of people like this comment, that this trade doesn't help the Lakers or the Celtics. Because we know the Lakers and the Celtics are two of the most hated franchises, or disliked franchises rather, in the NBA. And of course, with the Luka trade happening, people are even more furious at the Lakers. Because they're like, how do they keep doing this? How do they keep getting all these mega superstars? And the whole Luka trade, again, we all know that's crazy. But I feel like a lot of people will like that comment just because a lot of people feel that way about the Lakers and the Celtics. And I'll leave it at this one. Raptors Buckinator says, y'all acting like Canada is some crazy punishment. Really has me cracking up. John T. Conover says, not a punishment in the sense that Toronto, Canada is bad, but in a punishment in that Kawhi wanted LA and they said, nope, not doing that. X_TDeck_X says, personally, I'm not trying to insult Toronto or the Raptors. I'm just enjoying Kawhi not getting what he wanted. And then he went on to basically say, Toronto's a nice place and the team has a chance to be really good if Kawhi is healthy. So yeah, this person was pretty respectful in their comment. I mean, obviously they were happy that the Spurs were, I guess, quote unquote, being petty and sent him completely opposite where he wanted to go, but that's another story. But this person was pretty respectful for the most part. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I am enjoying reading funny comments, especially going back and seeing what people had to say about some of these major events.